He's in South Wales. He's heading for his second visit of his day in his second nation of the day. We've been on planes, trains and automobiles, coaches to be specific, and he's heading to a business where he'll do another one of these mini events. The job of the Prime Minister in his own mind really is to try and reset his relationship with the British public. He knows where his poll ratings are. He knows he's the underdog in this election, and he's been quite upfront about that in the campaign visit that we saw this morning and the rally that we saw last night. What he's seeking to do is to suggest that he has helped ensure that Britain is turning a corner, whether it's on the economy, whether it's on immigration, or whether it's on the NHS, and that Keir Starmer doesn't have a plan. The question is whether or not he's glossing Britain's record when it comes to those things, suggesting things are going better than they perhaps are. Yes, you do have growth. Yes, you do have lower and on-target inflation. But is Britain doing quite as well as the rhetoric suggests? Well, I think that's one of the things that voters have got to decide. Big boost for him today, I think, though, the fact that Nigel Farage has announced that he's not going to stand in the forthcoming general election. One of the goals for the Prime Minister by calling an early election was to wrong-foot that party to the right of the Tories, Reform UK. So I think it's significant that Nigel Farage has said what he said this morning, and that will go down well in this convoy heading towards the business with the Prime Minister. But that's the job of Rishi Sunak, to roll up his sleeves, to look like he's getting on with it, try and make contact with as many voters as possible.
Presume he's down the front of the bus, Sam. It looks like you've bagged the back seat. Smart move. What's it like on there?
It will not shock you, Matt. Rishi Sunak is not on the bus that I am on. This one is for the media. But it is quite interesting to watch how the Conservatives are doing this campaign. Event, but the events themselves are very brief. He takes a handful of questions, sometimes from what appears to be pre-chosen people, some of whom appear to have been invited specifically to the event. He's got a private jet paid for by Conservative headquarters. That's what we have just flown on to get from Derbyshire to here in South Wales. And then he darts around the country doing as many different visits. He isn't engaging with large numbers of people. These are small events, largely for the cameras, although even the TV access is quite tightly controlled to make sure that you see as much of what they can control as possible.